The question is, who and what is God? Well, here's the answer. There's the natural creator of this universe, and then there's the God of religions. Once you understand that they are two distinct different things, and you're able to identify the energy between them, it's all over. And when you connect with the natural infinite nature of your being beyond this universe, you then remember and realize that you're infinite. What does that mean? It means that there is no beginning, that there is no end to the infinite nature of life. It has never ever been created. It always has been, and it always will be. So why do we have an entity inside this universe claiming to be the creator of all that is and all that exists in every level of life? Well, we're all created beings. Don't you create every day of your life? We create on different levels of reality. This cosmopolitical campaign is headed by an entity known as God. God is the deity of the priests. And if anybody has any connection to Christ, he warned about the deity of the Pharisees and their doctrine. Warned everybody about that. So did Buddha. So did the real Horus, not the religious Horus. Just like you've got the original Buddha, then you've got the religious Buddha. Two different things, two different energies, two different approaches. You've got the natural Christ, and then you've got the Jesus Christ, which is the Christ the priests have delivered to you. What the priestly caste do is the true characters, the true beings come to this world. They have an incarnation, they spread an amazing message. They hijack the personality and the character, and then they present a different version of it to the masses, which is in alignment to their deity, their overlord. The new identity is an interface module for the masses to pray to, which then feeds the energy to their God. In 2003, I reintegrated with my soul the aspect of me, now listen carefully, beyond spirit and beyond consciousness. That is what I call soul. It's in the word, it's in the vibration. You know, work off energy, people. Spirit. It's a sharp masculine energy projecting. It's like an arrow. Consciousness. It's mind energy. It's a wave form of mind energy. It's the mind energy of the universe. Soul. It's where we are whole. It's where we are sanctified. It's where we are divine. It's where we are one with the creator of this universe. And when I became one with the creator of the universe, I got to embody the universe. What I was seeing was the energy pouring from the earth with all the adulation, all the adoration, and all the worship. Because the most toxic ingredient out of all of that is devotion. And that energy feeds this God entity, which is an ego construct that resides in consciousness. God solicits worship. It's all about love. It'll talk about love till the cows come home and beyond. But its real agenda is devotion and worship. So the natural creator of the universe does not judge, does not operate like that. Will never ever ask you to get on your knees. And every time you use the word God, every time you say it at a critical moment in juncture in your life, you're attributing your creative process in that moment to that entity. And it's ka-ching. So imagine 7 billion people doing it. There's a continuous flow of energy going to that entity. It's one of the greatest economic collectives ever designed. This is the truth about who and what God is. And it's shocking to a lot of people. But you have been sold a story for thousands of years. Been marinating in this shit for millennia. It's hardwired in your system to pray to God, believe in God, to attribute the power of creation to God. God willing, it's God's will, it's everything's about God. And for one being to claim to be the creator of all that is and all that exists in the infinite nature of life. Now that is the greatest egoic insanity this universe has ever seen. This is what we're dealing with. What God has done is created its own version of love, its own version of light. It's a very powerful creator being, and it's the God of gods. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? You don't understand that you are truly sovereign and infinite beings.